Hello and welcome. Just a quick tutorial to taking off in the 109 today. I've been flying on the Growling Sidewinder World at War server a lot, and watching people try to take off from Dunkirk is kind of hilarious sometimes. Obviously, there's a lot of new people come new to DCS or even to Warbirds entirely, um, who just see this as a really daunting task. It's not actually that daunting. This is really simple plane to take off. So are all the others, but this one even more so. You don't even have to touch the stick to get this plane off the ground. The biggest issue, and the reason why I'm demonstrating this today, is because this fence here, this one here, people clip it all the time with the landing gear. All the time. The problem is the way that DCS handles collisions, that creates a massive explosion, fire, plume of smoke, and whoever's coming into land, using this as the runway as a guide, can't see what's going on at the other end. And 9 times out of 10, there's always someone taking off or just parked down the other side who is just sitting there. I've had that happen once, and I crash landed into them. So you can take this thing off from standing start long before the end of the runway here, and I'm going to demonstrate how we do that. So first of all is your tail wheel. Want to make sure that is all locked and down. Okay. Second thing you want to do, trim all the way forward. Okay, this plane is very lift happy. It wants to get off the ground, kind of like the JF-17. If you've ever flown that, you pull a little back on the stick and it just leaps into the air. This is similar. So what that negative trim does is that as the tail comes up with speed and the plane naturally wants to get up and rolling, that negative trim is going to push the nose forward for you and balance out the aircraft. The third thing we're going to do is this little dial here, which I'm moving now manually. This is your propeller pitch. Okay, you want to set that to the 12 o'clock position. Makes it a lot easier in terms of torque delivery when you're taking off from a standing start, especially with this high horsepower engine. And from here, all you're going to do is use your toe brakes for your initial lineup. When you're starting to gain speed, you're going to use those to keep yourself running down the runway. And then as your airspeed builds up to about 100 kilometers an hour, the tacho over here, you're going to start balancing the aircraft with your right rudder. Okay, and that's all you need. I'm not going to touch the stick. I'm going to pull up the graph down the bottom left hand corner, and let me show you how it's done. We're just going to add the throttle, so it's about 2500, 2600 thereabouts is a nice number. It's not too high. It's not going to drag your nose all over the place with engine torque, and it's going to get you in the air in a nice, not timely manner. That's this dial here. Okay, that's your RPM dial. Manifold pressure is down here. So let's do it. Just balancing it with the toe brakes. We've already got some right rudder in. Ease off the right rudder, obviously. So I am going a little bit too far to the right. Tails up, and the plane is off the ground by itself. I've done basically nothing. Once we're in the air, switch your auto governor on, so you don't have to control the pitch of the propeller. You're not going to overstress the engine and break it. And just like that, you're up in the air. No dramas. Very simple. Very easy. Now with this aircraft, as I have discovered today, you don't want to be using the field itself, the grass, for takeoff and landing. The landing gear will collapse. I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. Pretty sure the K4's landing gear is based on the Gustav platform, which is meant to be beefier for a reason, for operations over in the Eastern Front. But it is what it is. Use that little landing strip. Focke-Wulf 190s can use any area of the airfield. Their landing gear is a lot stronger, so really you should only be taking off on that landing strip with the 109. You don't need that landing strip for any other aircraft. It's a great reference point for landing, but other than that, you don't really need it. Now, the other thing is, when you're coming into land, it's the same principles. I've got a guide up on my channel elsewhere. I'll link it down below. But ideally, you want to do a 3-point landing. That's the German doctrine at the time. It was deemed safer for a good reason. Tried to avoid landing on 2 wheels. So always go for the 3-point. It's a lot safer, a lot easier to actually do than you think. And like I said, 12 o'clock on the pitch, propeller pitch, full negative trim down, and right rudder, and you'll be pretty much set. Does take a little bit of practice, but pretty sure you guys should all get pretty good with it. Alright, I'm out. Catch you later.